He's doing is, I mean, kind of cool if he can continue to steal money.
Floyd Mayweather just handed Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed problem child of boxing, a reality check. This is the same Jake Paul who's always boasting about fighting anyone, anywhere, anytime. Yet he dodged Andrew Tate like an overdue tax bill. Turns out that bold offer doesn't extend to opponents who could actually humble him, both his ego and his confidence, leaving them sprawled across the mat.
What he's doing is, I mean, kind of cool if he can continue to steal money and when they match him the way they match him, I can't knock his hustle. So if they can match him the way how they've been matching him, more power to him.
Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated boxing legend, stood on the sidelines watching like a disappointed parent. He didn't just call Jake Paul out, he dismantled him. Floyd accused Jake of being a cherry picker, choosing only opponents he's sure he can beat. And let's face it, Floyd might have a point. Jake's fights seem less about earning respect as a boxer and more about building flashy highlight reels for YouTube, just like he did in this instance.
I will fight you. And you know that's one of the biggest fights to make in boxing. I weigh 175, you weigh 165, we can get that done. Make a couple $100 million, but what will your excuse be?
That's why Mayweather has been so vocal about Jake's approach to boxing. To Floyd, Jake embodies what's wrong with the sport today. Flash over fundamentals, hype over heart. And who could forget the infamous gotcha hat moment, where Jake swiped Floyd's cap during a press event. That stunt didn't just annoy Floyd, it confirmed his belief that Jake cares more about antics than true competition.
What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you before, put that
Yo, let's bust him up.
Jake turning down the Tapat fight feels like a missed chance for the kind of electric showdown both thrive on. It could have been a battle of egos, a primetime circus, but Jake didn't like the odds, and Floyd wasted no time calling him out, accusing him of dodging real challenges just to keep his record intact.
What's going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him! Jake Paul running, champ.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back, calling out Jake Paul for dodging real challenges. He pointed to Jake's history of fighting inexperienced opponents or those past their prime, like Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren. When Jake finally faced a real boxer, Tommy Fury, he lost. Now, social media is ablaze with memes and posts mocking Jake for avoiding Andrew Tate, a fighter with genuine credentials. Fans are questioning Jake's bravado, which doesn't seem to match his actions. If he won't face Tate, how can anyone take his boxing career seriously?
Rumors that there was rules embedded within the contracts that prevented Mike Tyson from throwing certain shots.
Floyd Mayweather has openly criticized Jake Paul, questioning the legitimacy of his fights and calling them more entertainment than true sport. Many share this sentiment, accusing Jake of scripting outcomes and avoiding real challenges. While Jake denies these claims, his refusal to fight Andrew Tate raises eyebrows. At its core, boxing is about grit, determination, and facing the best to prove yourself, a mindset Jake seems to lack. Instead, he appears to prioritize safe matches with opponents he's confident he can beat. For Mayweather, the issue goes beyond boxing. He views Jake as someone disrespecting the sport, turning it into a spectacle for clicks and cash. Love him or hate him? Floyd built his career on taking on top-tier opponents and maintaining an undefeated record. Jake, by contrast, seems more focused on preserving his influencer status than earning respect in the ring.
Because he's 58, check out what he says next.
Until this clinch, people are saying in this clinch, Jake asked Mike to calm down.
Jake Paul's decision to avoid a fight with Andrew Tate wasn't just strategic, it revealed a deeper truth. Tate's bold personality and extensive combat experience make him a formidable rival, and Jake clearly wasn't ready to gamble with his carefully crafted reputation. By By dodging the matchup, though, he's only fueled skepticism from Floyd Mayweather and the wider boxing community. Mayweather's criticism may be blunt, but it hits home. Jake has a chance to prove himself by taking on real challenges, yet he keeps choosing the safer path. While some fans call it smart business, many in the boxing world see it as fear dressed in strategy.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. Like there was a point where, you know, I was just like, okay, he's not really engaging back. And so I don't know if he's tired or whatever, and I could just tell, you know, his age was showing a little.
Some of boxing's biggest names, but he continues to dodge genuine challenges. Floyd Mayweather's recent comments highlight the stakes. By avoiding legitimate fighters, Jake risks losing the little credibility he has left. Fans are growing tired of the spectacle. They want real fights, not staged performances. The question now is whether Jake Paul will ever face real competition. He's been called out by Jake's decision to reject a bout with Andrew Tate, coupled with Mayweather's critique, has exposed flaws in his career. For all his bravado, Jake seems unwilling to take on true risks. As Mayweather bluntly put it, he doesn't have the guts. The ball is in Jake's court, but history suggests he won't rise to the occasion. Andrew Tate isn't just talk. He's a trained fighter with serious experience. Yes, he's controversial, but he's undeniably skilled. Jake's team can spin it however they want, scheduling issues, business priorities, but the truth is clear. Jake avoided a fight he couldn't control.
Besides your decision making, when most boxers, we don't follow their career at this point.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be in the position I am, to be highly criticized. That just means I'm doing something right. And no one has had a boxing career like mine. It'll be studied and judged, but I've risen to the top in 4 years because I've taken risks. I was the underdog all the way up until Nate Robinson, and that's something that people don't remember, don't give any credit to, but I put it on the line against some of the best in the sport.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when he called out Jake Paul, pointing out his pattern of avoiding top-tier fighters like Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather's critique wasn't just an insult. It was a reality check. Fighters like Canelo operate on a level Jake knows he can't match. Instead of risking exposure, Jake chooses opponents with little boxing experience or those past their prime. Consider his fight history. Nate Robinson, a basketball player with no boxing background, was an easy win. Ben Askren, a retired MMA fighter with weak striking, was another predictable victory. Even Tyron Woodley, an aging MMA star, gave Jake trouble in their first bout. But when Jake finally faced Tommy Fury, a real boxer, he lost, showing that his skills don't match his social media hype. Jake's fights are more spectacle than sport, designed to entertain rather than challenge. From flashy entrances to dramatic trash talk, he knows how to sell a show, but boxing purists aren't impressed. Mayweather, who built his legacy on skill, strategy, and discipline, has every reason to call Jake out. Mayweather's critique goes beyond Jake's fear of losing. It's about his refusal to grow. True fighters take risks, face tough opponents, and push their limits. Jake, on the other hand, seems content to chase easy wins. This frustration isn't just Floyd's, it's shared by many in the boxing world. While dedicated fighters grind for years to earn their place, Jake's quick rise feels undeserved. Mayweather's words resonate because they reflect a deeper issue: the divide between boxing as a sport and boxing as a spectacle.
Proof the Paul brothers rigged their fights. In the first round of the Mike Tyson fight, Mike was getting to Jake and landing some shots until this clinch. People are...
Well, first off, Mike Tyson only landed like 19 total punches the entire fight, and I think in the first round he landed 2 or 3. So even when Mike was doing his best, he still wasn't doing too great. Why? Because he's 50.
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson have stirred buzz in the boxing world with talk of a potential fight. Paul, known for his controversial antics, thrives on attention, while Tyson, a heavyweight legend, brings unmatched skill and legacy. Speculation is growing, with Paul seemingly unfazed at the prospect of facing a legend. Tyson, hinting at staying active in exhibitions, might see Paul as a way to test the waters of this new era in boxing. But what about the fans? Paul's supporters may defend his opponent choices as smart business, but even they must wonder how long he can dodge real challenges. Rejecting Andrew Tate wasn't just tactical, it was a missed chance to silence critics. Instead, it fueled their arguments. Floyd Mayweather's critique rings true. Social media stunts can only carry Paul so far. If he keeps avoiding legitimate fights, his credibility in boxing will continue to erode. Fans may stick around for the show, but the boxing community will increasingly dismiss him as a gimmick.